Okay guys, thanks for joining my page again. This is another video that I want to work on. I'll show you. I've already done a laptop already, if you look back in some of my videos on how I took them apart and stuff like that. But for this one I've come across a 30-year-old laptop, so a Windows 98. So it is not 30 years old, just 20 years old. And I just want to have a look at what sort of, hopefully there's a nice bit of gold in the older laptop. So we say the last video I done with the laptop, I found some just a normal, I think it was a normal Celeron processor in it. But this one I'm hoping with the age of it that we'll have a nice little processor in it. So what I'm going to do first is just ask you again to subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, I want to try and hit my target, as saying in the last video I did. I want to try and get to 500 before my 12 months are up as a YouTuber. So just to see, can I get to 500? And I can always do that if you subscribe and help me out. So I'm just asking you for your help. So this, as you can see, is an old laptop, a very old laptop, Windows 98. So we'll start off by, I'm going to remove all the screws in it. So again, you don't need to see me removing the screws. Everyone knows how to use a screwdriver, I'm presuming that it's on this website, or looking at these videos, they already know how to. So I'm going to pause it there, and once I have all the screws removed, we'll take off the case and we'll have a look into it. Okay, so I've removed a few of the screws there now. Sorry about the lighting, it's just I'm having issues with lighting here, so I'm trying to shine a bit more light onto it. So I've removed the top, we'd say the screen, from the rest of the thing. So as you can see there, we have a nice ribbon with some nice gold fingers on it. This light now is really annoying me, but we'll try and see, can I get a bit better light on it. But so I've removed the thing. So the main thing there I'm looking at is the gold fingers on that. Straight away is worth cutting off. Again, it's a nice big chunky one, bit bigger than what you normally find, I think, on most of the laptops I've taken apart so far. I wouldn't find anything that chunky on it. And again, if I rub my nail across, I can actually feel the plating, which you wouldn't normally feel. It's usually very, very thin plating on it. Then I removed the keyboard. So again, keyboard. So again, that will contain silver. So we'll have silver inside there on the milers. So again, I'd put that separately for processing. Next, I have the plating on the top here. So I removed the screws from the plating, and what I got is a nice little surprise down here, a nice little ceramic chip on it. So we'll try and get that out now if we can. See what way they hook them in. Not sure exactly how to take one of these out, because I've never taken one of these out before. Most of the ones I'd find would not be ceramic, they would be just basic chips. So we'll have a look and see, can we release them somehow. It's looking like it's possibly in here that I need to press down on, but again, it may not be. I'm going to pause the video while I discover how to remove this chip here properly. I want to get a closer look at it, because the lighting again is very, very poor at the moment. I'm having an issue with one of the lights fittings, so I've had to use a secondary light to try and see what I can do with it. So it's a weird way it's put in. I can't see any quick release on. Oh yes, I do. I see little clips down here at the side of it. So if I can get a bit more access, I'll try and get again little bit more access by removing this cover if I can. So again, while we're doing that, just have a quick look here. So again, I'll have some nice boards here. Hopefully some nice gold plating will be on side these as well. So we'll just put that aside for a second. Here's the rest of that finger. The other side again, some nice gold plating. Try and get the light onto it there a bit. So it's got some nice gold plating there on that. I'm so sorry about the lighting. It's just very, very poor. It's at night time at the moment, and one of my light fittings has decided to stop working, so I've had to improvise and just get some other lighting. So we've got gold on that there, but the main thing I'm trying to get out here is the ceramic chip. So again, as I said, we have some more. The hard drive is in under here, I can see. This is a disk drive underneath here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. I'm going to remove some more of the screws. I see a few more screws here. I'm going to remove a few more of the screws and see can I get better access to it. As this screw is a bit deeper, it's going to take a bit of an effort. There we go. And that should allow me to take at least that off anyhow. These MLCCs on these, as I said in a previous video, some of the new MLCCs will only have zinc in them instead of your platinum, silvers, some gold. So again, these older MLCCs will hopefully contain the platinum, the gold, and the silver. So they're worth taking off the board. So again, we'll just remove that if we can get the screw off that, and that should give me a bit more access to the rest of the computer. Okay, so again, nothing really on that, just a piece of plastic. A few more screws here, might as well take them off for now while we're at it, and just see what this bit of the board is like. Already I can tell by the board itself, it's a different type of material than what they're using nowadays. It seems to be a heavier, thicker board for a start. Excuse me. Yeah, even the screws seem to be stronger screws, or seem to be slightly different, the feel of them when I'm taking them out. So again, we'll just remove these plugs. So again, with some nice IC chips, some MLCCs, some nice big MLCC there. So again, that's a nice big one. Hopefully, it has a bit of platinum. So some IC chips, some more nice big MLCCs on this side. Again, some gold connector with gold pins inside it. So that's quite a nice little nice bit of board. Over here, we might as well see, can we remove the disk drive from it, give me a bit more access to the main board. So again, that's just the compact disk drive. Back in the day, they had no DVDs on it, so it was just a normal disk drive that you had your CD-ROM drive on it. So again, in a future video, I'll take that one apart and we'll have a look inside and see if it's much different than the newer versions. Okay, then we'll just take off where the hard drive is. Need to change the old screwdriver. So they've used a combination of different types of screws on this. And a lot of them. Okay, so we're getting some access here to the hard drive. So I don't expect it to be a very big hard drive on this one. It's a Hitachi and model DK226. And do we have any storage? It doesn't really give me any storage. I'll have a closer look at that again, but looking at it here, it doesn't seem to have any storage as a mount on it, but I wouldn't be expecting a very big hard drive on it with the age of it. But again, I would be expecting some very nice gold pins, which I have. So these again will be thick gold plated pins. So again, that will be of better value towards collecting the pins up. So that there, and the board itself, I presume, will be a better board. We can than your normal nowadays Oh, sorry about that. So again, yeah, so there's nice gold, bit of gold plating on it. You can take that apart again and see. And again, I'd expect some nice gold connectors inside of here on that as well. I'll just get in there a bit better light. So again, I haven't got to my ceramic yet, which just doesn't want to come out by the looks of it. We're just breaking it down bit by bit. So some nice gold connectors along here. Nice gold connectors here. Some IC chips here, IC chips. Not much more actually. I was expecting probably a bit more out of the board, but doesn't seem to be much more, so we'll just remove the pins from there. Again, we have a little fan, cooling fan. So a nice little dinky cooling fan made by looks like a Mitsubishi symbol that's on that. Other than that, no, there's not really much. So I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to see if I can get this chip removed. What's the easiest way to remove it? I'll try and see if I can improve the lighting in the meantime as well. Okay, so it was actually straightforward when I took a quick look. All you do is move it forward. So you move it back to lock it, slide it forward to unlock it. So we slid that forward, and then we can just hopefully get the chip out. Yes, there we go. So there we have a nice ceramic CPU in good condition. Could be worth a few pounds to a collector, but again, I'll just add that to my own stash that I have there at the moment. Ceramic. This is the first ceramic I've actually found in a laptop. So that's a Cryex, I think it's pronounced, MMX enhanced. So that's a nice little find there. So it's well worth taking this apart. So again, we'll have a nice little socket here. We have some MLCCs. We'll have a look to see if I can get any more of it taken apart. So again, there's another. So they have a lot of different type screws on this. I've had to use 3 or 4 different heads, so they kind of mix the screws up. So I suppose back in the day, not every home person would have had all these screws for doing any DIY repairs or anything like that. So it was kind of to make it more difficult for the ordinary person to go repairing anything on it. So again, on this, usually you'd find gold plating on them, but they're not actually gold plated for the battery connections on this one. Again, some tantalums, a few small MLCCs. On this side again, it's like a little fuse, a few old diodes. That's about it really. Not much to that. I expected maybe a bit more quality, possibly silver. That's possibly silver coated. So we're another ribbon here. We'll have a quick look at it. No, that looks like it's silver plated rather than gold plated. So again, yeah, silver plated rather than gold plated. We're getting right down now to the last few bits of the actual computer itself. Not really much more to it. Looking at it here, we've got a floppy, just a floppy drive. Won't be much value usually in the floppy drives, regardless of the age. There wasn't much technology put into them, so we'll leave that aside. And that's it really. We're down to the bare bones of the actual system. So I'll just remove the last few screws here. Pause it, I'll take these screws off, and hopefully we'll have the board out. I see a nice MLCC here at the back, nice chunky one. That's about it. Just take a few of these out that's holding in place, and I'll just pause the video. I'll take out the last of them screws here. So I have 2 screws here, and we'll just have a look at the far side of the board and see if there's anything of value on it. Okay, so we've got the board out now. And as I say, on this side, just mainly IC chips, few MLCCs, few gold connectors, gold pins along here. But on the other side, we have some nice IC chips. That looks like it's gold solder, so it does, which I find very strange, but possibly is. If someone online knows any more about that, let me know. IC chips, well, they're RAM chips, I presume. What you'd find with the built-in RAM, because I don't have any RAM sticks here, so either someone's taken them out already, or things. So there would be a certain amount of built-in RAM on the old board itself. It doesn't give me any old speeds, does it? No speeds. But again, so we have a nice BGA with the gold corner, quite a large gold corner on this one, so I'm hoping some nice gold underneath there. MLCCs, IC chips, MLCCs. Again, hopefully in this part here itself, when this is removed from the boards, hopefully some nice gold plating inside of that where the CPU was connected. Hopefully some nice gold in here, along here as well. Usually we get some nice gold from them in the older ones. Other than that, that's about it really. So this video is short and sweet actually. There wasn't much to it. I was expecting probably what I expected to see there was what I got. Maybe a few more IC chips, but again, with the age of it, the technology didn't need as many IC chips on them. So that's about it for this video. So as you can see, oh actually hold on now a second, I said we were going to take this apart and we didn't take it apart yet. I was going to remove this card and have a quick look to see what is under it. So again, we'll just get the screwdriver and we'll just remove this. This is the card that connects the headphones, the headphone jacks, stuff like that on it. So we'll just have a quick look and see if there's anything good on the other side of this, because on this side it's just straightforward connections. A few IC chips. Is it no IC chips on that side? The far side we just have, actually it's button controls on the buttons. So it's a bit of a nothing really, to be honest. Hopefully some silver in the connections, just where the push button connections will have a bit of silver hopefully. We've gold connections in there. That's about it. And again, just silver connections on the ribbon. And the card itself, let's just remove the actual mouse card. Some of them can be nice. We have a little bit of gold plating on them, usually on the other side, so I'll have a quick look. See if we can remove this cover, this protective layer that they have on it. Yeah, this looks a nice gold plated one. So again, some nice gold plating on that. I know with the lighting it's very difficult to see, but we can see it in under here a bit better. So there's the gold plating. Sorry about the lighting again, it's very poor. One of my light fixtures blew, and I just had to make a temporary job for the moment of the extra light MLCCs on it. So that's about it for this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I will have some more videos come up. I have a few network switches I want to take apart. I have a TV, a flat screen TV that I'm going to take apart. Just have a look inside to see what's inside it. That's it. And as I said already, I'm working on the gold refining part of it. So I'll have a few of these to break open and work on to show you how to get the gold from these, how to get it from there into a little gold nugget, hopefully from these that I've collected up. I'll have different types. I'll put all the ceramics together. I'll do my Pentiums, I'll do my fibers, I'll do the pinless ones as well. So we just compare to see the numbers that we need to get a certain amount of gold. Again, these should give me the better gold. The ceramics, followed hopefully by the fibers, then down to your regular Pentiums and stuff like that, and the Celerons, stuff like that, and then the pinless should be the least amount of gold on them. So thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share, Very important. Let's hit that target. Let's work together. Give me a hand. Help me out to hit that target of 500. Thanks a lot. Keep on scrapping.